Alrighty, hello. Hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing well. Should be getting going in just a couple minutes here. And while we're setting up and warming up, just to confirm with the two players, are we looking to maybe do 19? And do we want to increment and reroll? Or reroll? I think Sidnev gets the pick for that since she's the higher seed. But you guys can discuss it amongst yourselves. Anyway, yeah, it would probably help if I this mic a little bit more. There we go. All right, should be good to go here. And hello everyone, and welcome back to the Classic Tetris League. It is the final quarterfinals match of our Season 32 Championship Playoffs. So after this, we'll have our Final Four gunning for the title, which will be played at a later date. But yes, this is going to be Sidnev versus Cobra. I'll be your host for today, Adamirish. And these two players are warming up and getting ready to go here. Again, it is going to be Sidnev versus Cobra for that final top four spot. We've already seen Blue Scooty, Alex T, and Sam Vaughn all advance through from the top 8 matches, defeating Hydrant, Coal Bucket, and Critical Lapis, respectively. You thought playoffs were 19 only? I don't think it's 19 only. I don't think so. I don't recall it ever being 19 only. I think you have the option of 19, but you don't have to play on 19. Yeah, cool. Awesome. All right. Yes. So Sidnev versus Cobra, the winner of this match, this best of 5 match, will go up against Blue Scooty in the top 4. Blue Scooty, of course, are 5-time in a row champion, ranging from season 25 to 29. We'll be trying to hope to get that crown back. But two very, very good players here that could advance to that top 4. Could be anyone's for the taking, especially in this specific match. Anyway, here are our two players. Let me just double check. I posted the right link in here for Sidnev. I should have. Yeah, looks like Sidnev's camera just isn't really working. Let me maybe refresh it. See if that does anything. Yeah, it looks like there's a issue with Sidnev's camera. It's fine. I'm sure she'll just be able to resolve whatever is going on her end. We'll go and generate a seed. And the seed is going to be 3C 8EA8. That is 3 Charlie 8 Echo Alpha 8. And again, whenever the players are ready, we can get this thing going. While the players are warming up and we're waiting for things to begin, I want to just quickly shout out again our Match Arena, which hosts our Season 32 prize pool. We're currently sitting at just under $250 into the prize pool so far. Thank you everyone who has contributed, no matter how large or small. The higher this amount can get up to, the more we'll be able to pay out our players, especially for the championship playoffs. It's going to be the top 4 that get paid. That's what we usually do. The top 4 in the championship playoffs get a piece of the prize pool, which of course is accumulated throughout the season. We are well short of our typical $1,000 goal that we like to have each and every season. And if we can get to that $1,000 goal, then we'll be able to say that we've gotten $1,000 into the prize pool in each of the last 11 seasons. So if you want to keep that train going, then make sure to go to the Match Arena link there and contribute to the prize pool. Even as little as $1 will go a long way for our players. In addition, if we can manage to get to $2,000 in the prize pool, we'll be able to pay out everyone who makes the playoffs. So if someone goes out here in the top 8 and we get to $2,000 in the prize pool, they'll get a piece of the pie as well. Anyway, again, the seed is 3C8EA8. Yeah, Sidnev posted a cam link. It's just not working. So she'll have to get that resolved. But she did post a video Ninja link. Let me go into it and see if there's anything. It doesn't look like it, so it's probably something on her end. But yes, camera is a requirement. All right, Cobra is ready, so we are just waiting on Sidnev here. If you can get ready when you can, Sidnev, just so, and also just make sure to fix your cam first before you get ready, because camera is required. So I assume it's probably just something with the settings. I don't know. I can't remote into it myself, so. But that would be a major privacy concern if I could remote into people's cameras. Also want to shout out as well for our music, Carl Casey and White Bat Audio. Providing copyright-free, copyright-safe tunes for whatever project you're using, whether for your own Twitch streams or for videos or whatever else you may have planned, you can use it. YouTube.com/WhiteBatAudio. Thank you, Carl Casey and co. for all the work you do. There's Sidnev. No, it works now. It works now. Just like that. It works. Which is cool. Let me go ahead and crop it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So when both players are ready, we can go ahead and get this thing going for game number 1. We're just waiting on Sidnev. I assume we're going to just be doing 18, and I assume we're going to increment unless told otherwise. And we got readies from both players. So it's Sidnev and Cobra, our final quarterfinals bout in the Season 32 Championship Playoffs. Who will get to face off against Blue Scooty? Best of luck to both players. We're going to count them down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So away we go, everyone. Championship quarterfinals, 4th match. Seed 4 Sidnev versus Seed 5 Cobra. Really excited for this one. Finally glad to get this one in the books, as it's going to mean that now we can start scheduling in our season finale after this one completes. But anyway, with that being said and with everything out of the way, we'll go ahead and introduce. You know, these are two players that hardly need an introduction, but just more so give context. And in case this is your first time watching, introduce you to our two players who are starting out on the left-hand side, rolling out of the Netherlands with a PB of 8.52 million points, which is the 8th highest personal best in the history of Classic Tetris. This season marks her return to the Classic Tetris League for the first time since Season 26, and she's hit the ground running making it to the championship playoffs once again for the third time in the modern era of CTL. Has yet to make it past the quarterfinals in the modern era of CTL, but we'll be hoping that this time will be her first. It is Sidnev. And her opponent out of the United States of America with an NTSC PB of 5.28 million, which is 21st all time. A relatively greener player when it comes to the world of Division 1 play has been up here since getting promoted up in season 25, so about a little under 2 years ago. Made it to the semi-finals of the championships last season, going out to eventual runner-up Blue Scooty. It is Cobra. And currently, it is Cobra with an hour lead at 239 to Sidnev's 235. This is a particular matchup with a lot of recent history behind it. These two were in the same division this season, that being Division 1B. Sidnev finished in second place. Cobra finished in third, which is why they're seed 4 and 5 accordingly, because they got 28 and 22 points, which were the 4th and 5th highest scoring in the divisions. When they faced off against each other, it was Sidnev who came out on top by a score of 3-1. So Cobra will be hoping for revenge here today. And actually, of the two players, it has been Cobra who's had the upper hand in the head-to-head record. 4 matches played. Cobra has won 3 of them. The match in Season 32 was Sidnev's first win against Cobra. 375 for Sidnev, 308 for Cobra, as we're about just over halfway through level 18. It's the third time they're facing off in Classic Tetris League action. The first time was in Season 26. Which was Cobra's first campaign in Division 1. Cobra won in a decider by 3 games to 2. Tetris Cobra, 376. Nice clean play from both players so far. But it's Sidnev now with almost a just over a 4 Tetris lead here. Tetris Cobra, though, to bring it down for now, but Sidnev will respond right back. You love Spring Break? Well, come to think of it, I don't, the title says SV Lapis, not Cobra versus Sidnev. Yeah, Kingsman forgot to do that, I guess. I don't have login to the YouTube, so I can't really change that from my end. King? I changed it on Twitch, but it's not on the YouTube. Sorry, YouTube folks. $584 for Sidnev, $492 for Cobra. But yes, I guess that's a good way to also say that. We're also live over on YouTube. So, hi, YouTube people. Hope you're all doing well. I'm sure King will get the title fixed for you guys. And if you're on Twitch and not aware of our YouTube, you should be, because that's where all of our highlights go. Shout out to Peak Eric for doing an amazing job editing together all the best bits from every season. You can check it out at youtube.com/Classic Tetris League. Sidnev with a nice J tuck there. Does have a bar dependency in column 3. Gonna try and build up here. Looking for the right combo of pieces. Gets a dirty column 3. Tetris goes in at 658. Cobra 545. Unsubscribed reported for clickbait. Darn. Can't believe it. 735 for Sidnev, 624 for Cobra. Nice skim here from Sidnev. She'll get a Tetris. Maintaining excellent efficiency here. Every quote-unquote dig she's been in has only lasted a few lines or so. She's a player that has regularly won so many accolades in the Classic Tetris League for her stacking, whether it's most aggressive, most creative. You name it, in terms of stacking, she has won it. Kind of a pioneer of the really aggressive, adjustment-heavy stacking that we can see from a lot of players that have taken inspiration directly from her. 938 here on level 24 for Sidnev, 778. I think the cam might be frozen. Let's just ignore that, Guafi. I was trying not to draw attention to it. Sidnev's on 968, looking for a max out in 25. Or will be just... Actually, yeah, we'll be... Oh, actually, could get it into 25 here now with that burn. And we'll do so. Max out for Sidnev into 25. Cobra on 839, still doing excellently on pace, but Sidnev has just been in another league here in game one. The question is, can she keep that momentum? Looks like so far, so good. Cobra is digging a little bit right now. Won't be Tetris ready here for a while, and Sidnev is going to fully capitalize on that. A69 to 880. 6.5 Tetrises. Hi, Jazzy Josh. Jazzy Josh saying, Jazzy Josh reported you guys. You should permanently ban that guy. Yeah, we'll get our mod team on that for sure. B69 on level 27 here for Sidnev. 926 for Cobra. This is insane from Sidnev. As a J dependency, will take a couple burns. The horror. Still on course here for a high 1.2. Thanks, King. C58 into 29 for Sidnev. Cobra has a max out now in level 28, but is 7 Tetrises back to Sidnev, who is one of, if not the best player at stacking as aggressively as she can on level 29 play. I mean, if you're ever in any Tetris server ever, you'll have seen the amount of insane clips she'll post. And so far, so good for her. C85 to B23. Cobra will need to go aggressive himself. We'll get a Tetris, granted, as Sidnev is currently digging right now. But Sidnev is back down to the bottom. Cobra, building and stacking really clean, gets another Tetris here, and has suddenly reduced the gap to about 2.5, as Sidnev is now finally clean and stacking back up for a Tetris, which she'll get. It's D41 to C07. Cobra, though, missed the 5 tap there with the J piece and blocks off the well and is going to top out at C08. And Sidnev on D49 is going to take game number 1 here. An excellent game from Sidnev. An excellent game from Cobra as well. But this is nuts. And how high is she going to push this? It looks like it could be a rollover into... Yeah, rollover into 36. Still has 30 lines to go. Gets a Tetris, just stacking on 29 like it's nothing, but does have to close out the well, does create a hole, and that is going to be that. That is insane. Rollover from Sidnev in game number 1 on level 30 into level 36 to kick off this championship quarterfinals. GG's. But yeah, the camera is frozen and has been frozen, but it's okay. It just meant that she was just extra locked in. But the entire, she's still locked in. She hasn't turned on. Okay. Yeah, probably refresh your camera. But yes, don't forget, guys, the match Reno. Yeah, Maturino currently just shy 250. Again, you can contribute via that link. Would really appreciate you. You would become, and this is me, Adamirish, directly speaking to you. If you contribute to our Maturino right now, even as little as $1, you become, in my humble opinion, the best person in the entire world. Like, that is a accomplishment. I think it's still frozen, Sidnev. You might just need to send a new link. I don't know. Do you have it open in any other software by any chance? Like, do you have it open like an OBS? Do you have it open like anywhere else that you could have a camera open? Because that can happen sometimes with it. But yeah, if anyone wants to become my favorite person, let's be honest, this is a better match anyway. Yeah. I'm not gonna pass judgments, but I mean, Critical Lapis Sam was a very fun match. I mean, you don't get to the top 8 if you're not a good player. But yeah, we'll just wait on Sidnev to resolve whatever's going on with the camera. Let me see if a new link. You just went onto YouTube chat and this guy is trying to push to ban you. That's horrible. Insane. Can't believe that. Yeah, we'll hold on. Don't worry. While we wait, I will just go ahead and give a brief overview of both players' statistics coming into this match. Of course, a lot of time, game stats and stuff like that can have a real big part to play in terms of telling the story of a match going into it. And it's lucky that we have two of the best in many of these different categories for game stats. Sidnev ranks 4th in the world in the last 3 months for fair median score, which is basically the middle game of all the middle score of all games played in the last 3 months, and that is 1.338 million. Is the fair median score there for Sidnev. That is a score that is only bested by 3 players, being Blue Scooty, Dog, and Meme. Cobra also ranks in the top. There we go. Now we can hopefully see Sidnev not just as still as a statue. Yeah, Cobra ranks in the top 10 of that with a C17 fair median score. In between Dan V and Miles. New link again. Okay, cool. Okay, let me paste the new link in and see if that works. Huzzah. The huzzah killed it. I don't know. Maybe just like... Could be. Let's see. Yeah, it's just a completely frozen. It's fine. We'll... Yeah, it could be worth. I mean, it depends on how she can set it up, really. But anyway, I'll continue to ramble while we get this figured out. Cobra's best performing statistic is his fair median 29 transition, which means the middle transition score he has. He's 3rd in the world with a average of B14, or a median of B14. Right above Sidnev, who has a B08. Yeah, cool. Take your time, Sidnev. I have quite literally got nowhere else to be. So I am more than happy to just take a minute and wait here. All right. I got a question for y'all that I'm gonna go ahead and put in the Twitch poll. It might be a silly one, but I will ask the question nevertheless. It's gonna be like a would you rather. So would you rather? I'm doing a prediction. I'm trying to do a poll. Do I have the ability? Oh, unfortunately, I don't have. I guess Toast has it, but I don't. But okay, I'll ask in the Twitch chat. Would you rather have bad 18 but really good 19 or post play, or would you rather have like really good pre-play? So that would be like you get like consistent 600k transitions, but you don't have great 19, so like you kind of fall apart in like level 20 or 21. So would you rather like have like 200k, 300k transitions every game, but you're consistently really good in 19 speeds? Or would you rather like get really good transitions every game, but fall off a cliff and die the second it speeds up? I suppose I'm more asking like the intermediate kind of players. 700k into 29 is better than 650 at 21, option 1. I would probably agree. Maybe. I mean, I guess it depends. It depends on sort of where you are in your journey. Set new link. All right. Fingers crossed. Third time's the charm, Sidnev. Third time is the charm. Drum roll, please. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Looks like it's working now. So thank you everyone for your patience. Looks like Sidnev has got her feed working now, which is perfect. So then game 2, whenever both of you are ready, we can get going. Looks like Cobra is ready. So we'll just wait on a ready from Sidnev. Previous seed still pinned. Oh, are we re-rolling? I didn't hear if we were re-rolling or incrementing, so I don't. If you want to re-roll, that's fine with me. Yeah, usually we give it to the higher seed to ask, but I didn't get it. I didn't see an answer from Sidnev. No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Embo players ready to go for game number 2. Let's get it underway. Sidnev takes the first game. Let's see what Cobra can do, or if Sidnev can extend the lead in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Random 1785 says, if you can average 500k in 19 phase in the 250k transition, isn't your average just higher? Whether it's the 600k transition immediately die, that's like 650k average. I mean, I guess it depends on what you mean by immediately die. Like, I would say if you like get 600k, but like you just collapse in like level 20 or 21, like a TNP player or something like that. Or if like you have like a 200k, like it can vary, like anything. I would personally say that the better option is to have the bad 18, but the good 19, because Tetrises are worth more on 19. So you can end up, while you might not have gray 18, Tetrises aren't worth as much. You're not, like, you still have more potential in the second half of the game to score higher. But I can see both. I can see both being valid, because with the second one, it's like, if your opponent early tops, especially like if you're in the like beginner and intermediate levels, if your opponent early tops all the time, if you have good pace in 18, like, you should win most games. Sidnev starts off with 7 Tetrises in a row, but we'll take her first burns here. Cobra on 104. Both players were, of course, ranked in the most recent edition of the Classic Tetris Premier Poll, which is a community ranking from community journalists. Sidnev ranked in 4th place of all ranked players. Cobra ranked in 7th. So real heavyweight battle here. Sidnev is really committing to this center. Well, gets a perfect triple in a Tetris. Incredible board management that high up to maintain a really high aggressive well, but also just stay alive and make sure to get all those necessary burns needed. Sidnev gets the well open. Waiting on a Tetris here. Cobra is digging at the moment, has some clutter over the left side that he is trying to get rid of and is getting rid of. But now back by about 4.5 Tetrises here over Sidnev. It's 292 to Cobra's 188. Nice left wheel Tetris there for Cobra. Gets perfectly transferred back over. Nice ZJ adjustment and tuck from Sidnev. Will also get a Tetris. Sidnev now with a 150,000 point lead over Cobra, who does get the well back open. It is now 362 on line 79 to 223 on line 74. And if we do look at the game stats, we can see that both players aren't the strongest compared to what their usual ranks are when it comes to their fair median 19 transitions. Sidnev with a has a 570 fair median 19 transition to Cobra's 566, which puts them just shy of the top 15. But again, their post play is what really makes them stand out amongst the crowd, as their posts are about nearly 600,000 higher than their fair median 19s, which means that they can really turn on the accelerators when it comes to post play, which is why they're so deadly and very feared players, especially when games go the distance. 501 Sidnev, 330 for Cobra. Now, I did mention that Sidnev has yet to make the semifinals in the modern era of CTL when it comes to the championship playoffs. Did make the championship playoff semis back in, or made the semis back in season 18. Finished 3rd place, going out in the losers finals to Gerald, but did defeat Pixel Andy along the way to get there. Sidnev in at 662, another really good level 19 transition score for Sidnev here. Cobra with a 451 is trailing by over 250,000 points. And it might be a big ask for him to try and outmatch Sidnev when it comes to post-play, but again, he's also one of the best at it, so if anyone can do it, you'd expect Cobra to potentially have a good crack at it. Nice skim here for Cobra, but Sidnev not relenting. Tetris Cobra, Tetris Sidnev, 790 in level 21. 817 still in level 21 here for Sidnev, 582 for Cobra. And into 22 goes Sidnev at 844. Still well on. Even though it's early days, this is still on for at least a 1.3 into 29. Meanwhile, Cobra currently at 665. Ooh, a bit of a diving board L piece there for Sidnev, but a beautiful set of burns to keep the well open. Does have to slide the S into 7-8, but we'll get 2 Tetrises out of it before having to just take a few burns here to resolve the stack, but does so with little problem. Sidnev on 939. Cobra, though, not giving in and has caught up a little bit here. Now only down by about 180,000 points at 755, which, again, still pretty good into 24, but Sidnev is just going to try and casually go and get a max out into 25 for the second time in this set. Almost an identical performance to how she did in game 1. Won't quite get it into 25, though. Did have to take a few burns and does have some holes in the stack. Oh, but Cobra also with some holes in the stack. That sequence causing issues for both players. Sidnev will get back-to-back Tetrises, gets a max out. Now in 26, A46 to Cobra on 772. Not able to use those same bars for back-to-backs. Oh, and misses the 5-tap for the J-piece, and Cobra is going to top out at 777, and Sidnev on A82 is going to be good for game number 2 and moves to match points. Just unfortunate there for Cobra. Sidnev had gotten into a bit of trouble with that same bit of the sequence as well, but I guess the primary difference was Sidnev got out of it, Cobra couldn't. And Sidnev does end up topping out at B16. Had the double vit set up, got one, waited for the other bar, never got it. So it looks like it was just a rough second half sequence of 19 there. If it even takes out these two. And both players now ready for game 3. Sidnev is at match point. If she takes this next game, she will advance to the top 4 to face off against Blue Scooty. Cobra must win to stay alive. Can he do it? Let's see. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. 9 high. It was 8 high. I think she was just trying to go for the double, but the bar never came. So it is cool. Jazzy Josh saying about that that crazy burn solve in that game for Sidnev says, it would take me a solid 4 minutes to find that solution. She did it in like half a second. That's why they're here, and we're just sitting here watching them, you know? I wouldn't find it. That's why I'm the commentator sitting here in my room speaking into a microphone at you, and, you know, like her and Cobra and Scooty and Alex and everyone, they're all competing in Div 1. Nice line spin there for Sidnev. And fills in the bar dependency before going for the Tetris. Board health above all. I mean, even Sidnev can take a second and make sure the board is nice and healthy before going for the Tetris automatically. Oh, did I miss a Buko spin? Dang. What's up, Violet? Maybe I am truly becoming an A-list classic Tetris celebrity if I'm missing crucial, like really cool adjustments and spins. Or just not caring because I'm so numb to it. 252 for Sidnev, 210 for Cobra. I lost the words that I needed there for a second. But yeah, so far, very strong start again from both players. Sidnev with a near perfect start. I think only 2 burns so far from her. And Cobra not too far back when it comes to that pace as well. Rebecca says, and those who can't commentate, well, you guys are sitting in the chat. And, you know, you guys are great too. But yeah, they're there playing the matches. We're here sitting and enjoying it. I'm the commentator, so I just commentate it, and then the people who can't commentate, you know, they watch, and they comment on other things that don't require speaking into a microphone. We all have a part to play in the Tetris ecosystem, but Cobra's part to play is going to be trying to get out of this dig here. And should be able to get out of this, but again, it's just going to cede more advantage to Sidnev as now she takes a 100,000 point lead. It's 434 to 334. Those who can't chat, well, you can sit there and watch. And, like, if you're blind or don't have great sight, then, you know, you can hear. And if you're deaf and blind, then you can, if you're deaf, I need to think about it. That's a good paradox. I guess you can become a world-famous author, I suppose. Sidnev still maintaining a crazy bit of efficiency here. 95% Tetris rate. Currently a 505 on line 93. Cobra 432.3 says, what if I'm dead? Well, then you're dead. I suppose. Yeah, you're still... Exactly, Jazzy Josh. You're still giving views to us. And Tayo says there is this type of sign language. Yeah, exactly. Because like that's how Helen Keller communicated, right? Or it's like something along those lines. I know she had like a assistant or someone that would like communicate. Well, then if that's the case, Harumi, then I do hope you get some support with that. Tetris Cobra 549, Sidnev. Her pace slows down a little bit here, but this is still on for a 600k transition at 576. But yeah, really good job here from Cobra to catch up. .596 transition here for Cobra. Sidnev at a 602. Because says, I can fix you. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. Tetris Sidnev has the board nice and clean now. Still leads, but only just 635 to 606. Again, this is must win for Cobra. It's a best of 5. So first of 3 games, 1 will win. It's currently 2-0 to Sidnev. Tetris Sidnev again, 660. Cobra 664. Cobra takes the triple. And building out this right-hand side, now does get a L piece down to get Tetris ready. Bar over Tetris, but a misrotation of the L piece will mean some more work to do here for Cobra. Sidnev is set up for a Tetris, which she'll get. Goes to 769. in level 22. Cobra on 707 takes a double. Good bar in column 3 to open back up the left. Really good down stacking here from Cobra, and now has the well back open. Yeah, cats fix everything. Level 24 now. Tetris is worth about 30,000 points apiece. 872 to 790. Another Tetris here for Sidnev. Cobra having to go for the center well here. It would only burn for a triple. Now could maybe try and set up, but piece is just not working out that way. Cobra will take a few burns just to get the board down, but has to burn at least 5 to get clean. And Sidnev running away with it again. Now on 968, looking for a max in 26. 971 to 806. Cobra will get a Tetris here as Sidnev is trying to fight to get this well back open. Could Cobra maybe take advantage of this and try and close the gap here? He's going to do his best. Gets another Tetris at 872. Goes for another. And Sidnev is now with the well back open, so both players setting up for a Tetris here. Cobra patiently waiting, so is Sidnev. It's a bit of a drought here. Cobra will get the bar and will get a Tetris to go to 910 into 28. Sidnev still waiting for this bar and still waiting for that Tetris to get the max out. Cobra has now closed the gap to about a Tetris here as Sidnev finally gets a Tetris and gets a max out. It's 832 to Cobra, who's now in 29 on 992. Sidnev also in. Now on A70. So it's about a 70,000 point gap here between the two players. Cobra will get a max out now in 29. And gets a Tetris. Sidnev with a well closed. Gets a bar into column 3. Another bar dependency forming in column 4. She'll burn it out and turn it into an L dependency. Gets a J flipped in there instead. Bar into column 7 for the triple as Cobra setting up to try and take the lead here. But a couple misdrops. Cobra gets the bar over for a Tetris. And has the stack brought down. Sidnev is trying to get the well back open here. Working on it at the moment. L piece or a bar could be nice. Gets the bar, gets another bar. Perfect pieces here for Sidnev. Both players bringing down the stack. Cobra's on B40 in the lead. Sidnev B22 on level 32. Cobra with a double and a single with a Z. But the board slowly creeping up for both players here. Sidnev with a crucial triple and gets the well open. Sidnev with the opportunity to take the lead back with a Tetris, which she will land. B84 to B65 and level 34. Again, this is such a crucial game because it could decide potentially who goes to the top 4, or it could decide if Cobra keeps this match alive. And it's very close, could go either way, but Sidnev is fully clean as Cobra still fighting for the well. Tetris, Sidnev, C75, breaking into almost a 100,000 point lead as Cobra's in trouble. Doesn't get the bar over, misses the double 4 taps, and Cobra is done at B78. And for the first time since CTL Season 18, Sidnev will take Game 3 and advance to the top 4 of the CTL Championship playoffs. Your winner is Sidnev. We'll, of course, let her play this out before we show all the ending stuff and all that. But yeah, congratulations, a 3-0 sweep over a player that, for the past couple years, has really been a thorn in her side. But yes, your winner and advancing is Sidnev. Congratulations. Really great to see. Amazing play out of Sidnev there. Did have a bit of a rough time against Scooty in the CTM finals, but has absolutely bounced back in emphatic fashion with incredible scores throughout. I mean, that rollover in game 1, near rollover there in game 3. Excellent pace throughout. And there you have it. Let me see, yes. Let me double check. King, have you updated the thingy yet? That's fine. You guys know who won. You guys know. I'm sure it'll be updated by the time I get here and I'll look extra silly. But yes, Sidnev will be the one advancing and will face off against Blue Scooty in the top 4. We will be concluding our championship, our CTL championship playoffs at a later date. I'm not 100% sure if it's been confirmed which one it is yet, but I think we're looking at the 29th, but we're not confirming anything yet, or maybe King has already done that. Why is the title Sam versus Lapis? I had changed it to Sidnev versus Cobra, but it got changed back because King messed with the titles. Anyway, don't worry about it. It's fine. Sidnev advances. So it'll be Blue Scooty versus Sidnev and Alex T versus Sam. Winner plays winner for the Season 32 championship. But with that, that is going to be the CTL quarterfinals, or semifinals and finals. Again, will be played at a later date. But for now, thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you had a wonderful day. Congratulations to Sidnev for advancing to the top 4. Commiserations to Cobra, who put on a really good fight, especially in Game 1 and Game 3. I mean, taking Sidnev to the distance and running her really close as well. Really good performance from Cobra as well. Well deserving again of a playoff spot. Again, our semifinals from last season. But yeah, Sidnev advancing to the semifinals for the first time in the modern era of the classic Tetris League, and getting to round 2 of a playoffs for the first time since season 18. So long time coming here for her. So congratulations to her. Cobra, meanwhile, again, another really good effort in the playoffs. Has been a real, was a rising star years and years ago, but now really coming into his own as a top tier player, especially in the past few months. So yeah, they put on a good match, as you'd expect. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll be back again with our there'll be Champions Summit going on across the week. Dan V, of course, as always, will be hosting that. We'll be beginning on Monday with that. And we'll be going with round 1 and 2 on Monday, March 23rd from starting at 8 p.m. UTC. So make sure to tune in again Monday, March 23rd, 8 p.m. UTC for the beginning of the Champions Summit. You're going to see the champions from Div 3 to 5 all competing, the likes of Anjing, Spectric, Dr. Knockers, This and That, K-Ham, and Greshu and the like. Do make sure to tune into that. It's going to be really fun, really entertaining. But for now, let's see. I think one day will probably have been done by this point, so let's see who else is live. Oh, I know who we can raid. I know where exactly we can go. We can go to our good friends from across the aisle. Dr. Mario. They're hosting their Gold Speed Monthly Championships. So you get to see the other side of the puzzle game sphere, the retro puzzle game sphere with Dr. Mario. Shout out to Dr. Mario, the Dr. Mario Championships. A great organization. We a lot of the time host various regionals alongside them. They'll have a Dr. Mario tournament at them. So shout out to them. You'll enjoy it. If you like Tetris, you're going to like Dr. Mario over on Twitch. So thank you all so much to everyone, especially if you're on Twitch or YouTube. Again, don't forget about the Match Arena as well. You can contribute by going to this link right here. Division 1 prize pool, we're currently just shy of $250. Let's keep that going because we are nearly done with our season, but we still need to get that number up so that we can pay out our players a nice chunk of change. Anyway, I've been Adamirish. This has been CTL. You have been amazing. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Probably next season, maybe. Who knows? I don't, but let's go raid Dr. Mario.
Definitely a different mindset here, but he's trying to make things work here. Going to try to at least get into level 11 before Adelito does here, but Betty Adelito is just, again, torching this board. I would love to see a double yellow. He could tuck that in up on row number 7 and really do some damage.
Yeah, Adelito has nothing but yellow though, and so that might slow him down just a little bit to give Swang that way in now, because he is not getting the yellows he needs with the amount that are on his board right now.
That is true. It's a 10 virus chase down right now. And
Oh, look at this
Swang
though!
is-
Wow!
Oh, what a combo by Adelito, getting
He
himself
saw
to
that.
23.
Oh wow. Okay. Yep. No,
Yeah,
that's why he's one of the best.
Adelito is absolutely one of the best at the speed game here. But Swang is going to try to come back here. He's getting himself good setups, good combos along the board here, and going to get himself a couple more here, down to 26 to 15. Swang's still in this. It looked like he wasn't, but 12 viruses is a pretty manageable margin here. It's just going to matter of how Swang gets RNG wise here. Going to get himself a good clear down to 18, but it's already 7 for Adelito, and it's a pretty easy end game here for Adelito. He's now got access to everything. Looks like he is going to go vertical at least on one of these, maybe go for the sweet tea, and it looks like he is going to go for that sweet tea in column number 2. Just needing a couple more to go here, but will he get those pieces? He's going to need one more yellow, or one more red rather, and there it is. Boom, out at a 728. But Swang made it close here. He's going to be going to take the defeat here, but only 7 viruses, and I'd say given the start, that's not a bad way to finish it out.
For sure. I was looking over at Swang's and I was like, wait, you you were so close to making this interesting and maybe another overtime, as Swang likes to do for sure. But I I'm ready for another crown. I don't know about these players, but I sure am.
And a big shout out to Classic Tetris League. Thank you for rating us, 2080 y'all. Come watch Dr. Mario, and give Classic Tetris League a follow. See some of the best Tetris players. Our Tetris, obviously a great sister community of ours. We appreciate them so much. Swang ready to go. We've got a ready from Adelito. V Dave gonna fire off the exclamation point 3, and we're gonna do this in 3, 2, 1. Pills. Off we go here. And it's 8-11 here. Swang playing a bit of an early scattered board here. It's a little bit easier of a setup here for Adelito. I think Adelito's going to be looking for horizontal on those blues, and that's exactly what he's setting up for. And here's the big double blue that he's going to get, getting himself open up, lowering that top line. Still even here, but I'm noticing there's not a lot of yellow for Swang to work with on his side.
Yeah, but one of the things Swang does really well is make sure he's taking as little drop time as possible. He does it in versus, he is showing it here. And so you mentioned that floaty board, but it didn't appear to phase him too much, as these were, single line drop clears for Swang. So definitely doing a really good job and having the lead right now. So, Swang making this work.